Okay, so we have some breaking news this morning. PJ Walker from the XFL is signing with the Carolina Panthers. Um, and immediately I thought, is the NFL actually scared that the XFL can compete? If they are going to start taking more players from the XFL, I do think NFL cannot handle competition. And I feel like the XFL should put something in the clause right now where they can't sign with NFL teams. If they are actually scared, because PJ Walker was probably top three. Um, he might even be the best player in the XFL. Obviously, Cam Phillips is up there. It's hard to put. It's hard to put XFL players up there because I feel like they're all kind of on a similar level, especially because it was year one. But I don't think anyone saw this coming. I know there's been like talks about letting Cam Newton walk, um, Cam Newton starting again with a new head coach since Ron Rivera's gone. Um, so I don't know what I guess Cam Newton's gonna walk now. I think I think Carolina picked up another QB too or something. I believe like 2 days ago. Um, oops. I don't I'm trying to remember. Was it Tyrod? No, Tyrod's on the Chargers. I don't remember who it was. But I I don't know what to expect from this. Um, I don't even know if he's going to start. Again, because I don't know if it's confirmed that Cam Newton has left the Panthers. So I think they're still in talks, but I don't think he's left yet. Um, but I I think the NFL is actually a little scared though. I think even though they don't, they go from February, they literally go post Super Bowl to what is it, April or May? Is the championship for the XFL. So they don't like compete TV wise from September to well, you could technically say August to January or February. Um, Even though I play preseason, no one really watches preseason unless you want to watch what the rookies can do. But really, it's September to first weekend of February, and then the XFL comes on after that. Um, I know. I think the AAF did the same thing as the XFL, where it was. I think it was the week after um, the Super Bowl. What 2 years ago now has it been? No, no, it's only been a year. It's only been a year. Um, which technically, if the if the AAF survived, it would have been XFL versus AAF on TV. I'm still hoping that the XFL picks up AAF teams because the XFL can withstand. I know Vince McMahon. What is it? Is it Ian Luck? Or not Ian Luck? Whatever. Andrew Luck's dad. They know how to handle business and whatnot. So XFL will last probably maybe 5 years minimum. I don't see them going out within 3 years. They are, they're growing fan bases. And what's funny is that they lose TV viewers, but they gain in basically in person views at the stadium because people are actually going out because the tickets are like 10 times cheaper than NFL tickets. I know. What was it? Washington? No, or not Washington. Or the Washington team, the DC team. I think it was like $10 a ticket or something like that, which is very cheap because the NFL can be thousands of dollars. If you want really close, and then probably like $100 for those really far back seats. But I this to me in my eyes, I have been getting off track. But this to me in my eyes says that the NFL has been watching the XFL. They know what's going on. In my opinion, they are a little scared. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to speak for everyone and go, oh, yeah, they're scared. But in my opinion, they are getting nervous because, the XFL has done so much better. Better refs, you know, different play styles that really work, really connect. I guarantee half of the rules will be incorporated from the XFL over the NFL by next year. So if there is more reports of more XFL players, particularly Cam Phillips, what is it? Keenan Reynolds, I believe, on the Seattle Dragons. He's one of my favorites to watch in the XFL. But Reynolds is probably a top 5, at least in my opinion. I know some people are a little lower on him, but what I've seen him do, I think he can be up there. So something like him. Who's the DC QB? He played in the NFL. Is it Jones, I think, or something like that? If he gets signed to an NFL thing, then I'm going to pretty much say 99% sure that they are scared the XFL and of what they can do, and scared that they can, run with them. NFL cannot handle competition. They haven't had competition since the AFL NFL merger, I believe, which was that the 50s? 40s or 50s, I think. And then, obviously the XFL in 2001, but that went downhill fast. But there might have been one or two that lasted a season, probably in like the 80s or 90s. There might have been some football that tried to compete, that, they didn't last very long, obviously, or else they'd still be around. But I think now, people are tired of the refs. People are, same old football. They want something new. They're fatigued. And the XFL is given that. It's, in my personal opinion, again, I'm not going to sit here speak for everyone and whatnot, but in my personal opinion, double laterals are fun. I love the kickoffs. You're protecting the players, and you get a lot more returns instead of the constant NFL touchbacks. There's just, and then the final 2 minutes, is it the second and the fourth, I believe, where it's basically called the comeback period, where the clock stops until, I think, is that a timeout will stop it, obviously, or I think it's 5 seconds after the whistle, and then the clock starts again for some. There's a couple other, I forget the third or fourth play, but I love the comeback period. So it's actually a game, because there have been times where teams have started coming back. I don't think we've ever had a comeback, but there have been teams that have tried to come back. I really want to. Well, we haven't seen it yet, but the overtime where basically a shootout. I don't think we had a single overtime in 5 weeks. I want to say it was 5 weeks of XFL. That might get incorporated into the NFL. We'll see. I want to see that in person before the NFL takes it over. I'm sure the NFL wants to see that, live on TV, or if they go to the stadium or whatever and watch it. If you can predict what game is going to have an overtime, I think you'd be doing different things than going watching an XFL overtime game, honestly. But there's a lot of stuff that the XFL has really made fun about football again. And I think the NFL is seeing that. I think they're going, okay, well, we have, obviously, the Chiefs are fun to watch. Only Patriots fans really love the Patriots, but now that Tom Brady's gone, now Bucks fans are going to come out of nowhere and go, oh yeah, we've been Bucks fans for 25 years, even though they actually haven't. Bandwagoners like San Francisco, Um, but Ravens are fun to watch. My personal opinion, the NFC North is the best division, minus minus the Lions. But Vikings have won it here past within the past couple of years. Packers have won it within the past couple of years. Bears just won it 2 years ago. It goes back and forth between three teams. I know the Lions just made the playoffs. Was that 2016? So there's some competition for the Lions there, but there's some good things with the NFL. But they're gonna see this, and they're probably gonna drastically change. I personally, I don't know what to think about the 17-week game season now. I do not like the playoff structure where now the one seed gets a bye and everyone else has to play. I don't like that at all. I don't know what they're thinking. But obviously, the media doesn't show the whole, all, what is it, 456 pages of it. So there are probably some good things in there that no one talks about. The media loves to blow out, certain things. Some of them are just minor details, but that's completely something else. But, the NFL is sitting here watching. They're like, okay, we're going to take your star players and we're going to, from the XFL, bring them over to the NFL. And I bet you maybe PJ Walker might be one of the only people to actually start. Obviously, some of these XFL players are ex-NFL players, and they really just either got cut from a whole bunch of teams or they were just backups. It is Cardell Jones. That's the DC QB. It took me so long to think about that, but I should probably wrap this up because I'm just rambling on. But there's just so much here to unpackage. Obviously, I'm going to pay really close attention to this. If they really start going after XFL players, then the NFL is, they're kind of scared of the XFL and what the potential of the XFL. I think the fans know it. NFL's got to know it. XFL, I hope they know it. So we'll see what happens. If there are more signings, I'll make an updated video about those signings, where they'll go. I don't remember who the Panthers picked up, but if it was another backup, I feel like Cam Phillips might actually start for the for the Panthers, not for the NFL, for the Panthers. But I'll try to find that later on, and if I'll make another video later on this week talking about that. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. I did a lot of sidetracking, a lot of rambling, but again, there's just so much to unpackage here, and the NFL is clearly paying attention to its surroundings. So, without further ado, like the video, share the video around. Let's get a knowledge that people, or that the NFL might actually be scared of the XFL, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.